Hi guys, so today we have a really nice practice for focus. So what I really like about my yoga practice, and one of the reasons I'm so invested in it, is because when I step into the studio or when I step into this room or step onto my mat wherever I am, I know that what is about to happen is I'm going to get really focused on the present moment and everything that's happened so far in my day and everything that I'm worrying about for the rest of my day is just kind of left outside. There's no space for it in here. And so it is a practice. It isn't something that comes automatically. It is something that you have to work on, being able to kind of shut out the past and the future and bring yourself into the present moment. And I promise the more you stick with your practice, the more it will come naturally. So if there's something that's really bothering you or something that's playing on your mind and you just kind of want to slip away from it all, come onto your mat and do this practice. If that doesn't sound like anything you're struggling with, that's no problem. This practice is really great for helping us reconnect to ourselves, to refocus if we're kind of off track a little, if our mind keeps wandering and it's hard to concentrate. It's a great flow to reboot our system and really just get the blood pumping and the energy circulating throughout the body. So we're going to begin in our Tadasana. And before we get into Tadasana, I just wanted to do a little foundations check with everyone. So in our Tadasana, our feet are inner hip distance apart. So remember the top bones of our pelvis that kind of point out like our headlights, they go all the way down and we want our feet to be in line with them. So normally hip distance, like I said, we think about the outside of our hips and we stand hip distance, but inner hip distance is actually considerably a shorter stance. I also mention quite frequently grounding down through the four corners of the feet, and I just want to take this opportunity to check back in and reiterate what that means. This is an essential foundational point that we want to make sure that we've mastered, because it is really transformational from your practice when you go from standing kind of just chilling to when you really ground down and anchor down. You're now in this really strong force of a posture like a mountain. That's what it's for. So grounding down through the feet. First of all, I apologize. My feet, they need some TLC. I'm not going to lie. And I have not gone to get a pedicure in a very long time. So I apologize. But it's a learning experience. So when we say ground down through all four corners of the feet, we quite literally mean the big toe ball mound, the pinky ball mound, the inner side of our heel, and the outside of our heel. So when we ground down through all four corners of the feet, we can quite literally ground down through the big toe, pinky toe, inner and outer. Grounding down through all four corners and evenly spreading the weight in the foot. So we're not really just pushing the weight into the toes or the weight into the heels, but we're evenly spreading it out. And that helps us to really ground down, to anchor down, but also to pull the energy up. So we'll begin in our mountain pose. Palms facing forward. Create space between the ears and the shoulder. We'll keep a nice fun buoyancy in the knees. No need to lock here. Keep a nice gentle bend, and we'll inhale the hands up and overhead. Bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, and we're coming into our steeple grip here, so index fingers are pointing up. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, we'll take it over to the right. Inhale, back up through center, and exhale, we'll take it over to the left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, fold forward. Keeping a nice bend in the knees here. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine, draw the ears away from the shoulders. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. I don't think you can move your ears. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms and we'll step it back to our plank. Inhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Really hug those elbows in. Again, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, press it up and back. Downward facing dog. On your next inhale, send the gaze up towards the top of the mat, in between the hands. Bend the knees and take a nice big step up to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Sorry. Inhale, we'll send the left fingertips up towards the sky. Nice little twist. You can come up onto the fingertips of the right hand here. And really open it up. Exhale, sweep the left hand down. Inhale, we'll take the twist over to the right. Exhale, sweep the fingertips down. Inhale, we'll roll up nice and slowly, grounding down through the feet. Drawing that energy all the way up, stacking the vertebrae one by one to our Tadasana. Inhale, we'll sit back into our chair, Utkatasana. If you look down here, you should be able to see your toes, so just be mindful of if you're going too far forward and pull the hips back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Stacking one by one, roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, sit back into your chair. This time on our exhale, we'll bring our hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer at heart center. Inhale, nice big deep breath in. Be mindful of if you're already pooching back here and just kind of draw the tailbone under. Exhale, we'll take a twist so the right elbow is going to hook on the outside of the left knee. Press into the palms here. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, we'll take our twist on the other side. Pressing into the palms. Legs are burning, I know. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Nice and slow. Really focus on stacking the vertebrae one by one. Heart over pelvis, head over heart. Palms facing forward. Grounding down, check in with the foundations. Feet are inner hip distance apart. Grounding through all four corners of the feet. Drawing the energy up. Take a few breaths here. Beautiful. From here, we'll step our left foot up and we'll send it all the way back to our warrior two stance. So left leg is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Bend into the front knee, our right knee, and open our hands out. Beautiful. Press into the edge of that back foot. Drop the left hand to the back of the left thigh. Flip the right fingertips over. Inhale. Bring the right hand up and over. Keeping this bend in the front knee. Inhale, back to our warrior two. Gazing over the front hand. Straighten the front knee. Shift the rib cage forward and drop the right hand. Ooh, left hand goes up. So you want to be a nice straight line from the tip of the middle finger on the right hand all the way up to the left. So if you have a mirror or any reflective surface to practice in, that would be great. And just be mindful of if we're here and if we need to just draw this left hand back. Beautiful. From here, we'll inhale up and pivot this right foot. So we're now in a nice starfish. Beautiful. Left foot will pivot to face the back of our mat. And then we'll come into our warrior two on the other side. So we're bending into this front knee, pressing into the outer edge of the back knee, gazing over our left hand. Drop the right hand to the back of the right thigh as you flip the left palm over. Inhale the left fingertips up and over for our reverse warrior. Of course, with this right hand, you can always wrap it around the body if that feels good. And I'll just give you a little look at what that looks like from the back. Or here. So either or, whichever one you prefer. Inhale back to your warrior two, gazing over the front arm. Not forgetting about this guy. Normally our back hand tends to dip a little. So just be mindful and bring it back up. Straighten the front leg. Reach just the rib cage, so we're not shifting the hips out. Ooh, I'm sliding. But we're reaching the rib cage forward and lowering the left hand. Coming into our Trikonasana, triangle pose. Nice strong breath here. Really focus on your alignment. So be mindful, not really bending in this front knee. It's nice and straight. Pressing into the outer edge of the back foot. Being a nice straight line here. And we'll come all the way back up. Pivot that left foot in, and we're in our starfish. So from here, if you need to just heel toe the feet in just a smidge and make it a little bit more manageable stance, that's completely okay. We'll bring our hands to our hips. From here, we'll really look down at our feet, and we're focusing on our alignment today. So our feet are both parallel to the short edges of our mat, and we're pressing into the outer edges of our feet. Take the lock out of your knees, so we're not really hyperextending here like I like to do. And we're taking the lock out, and we have a little micro bend in the knees. Inhale, nice big breath in, our superhero pose here. So feel courageous and empowered. And on our exhale, we'll hinge our hips back and start to fold forward. Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. You can release the hands down. And if the hands don't reach, we can bring them to the thighs. If you have a block or a cushion, you can bring it here and just bring the ground up to you. And just stretching here. Breathing. Inhale, we'll lift halfway. Exhale, we'll pivot to face the back of our mat, coming into our nice low lunge. So bending into this left knee, coming up onto the fingertips. Beautiful. We'll lower the right knee here and walk the left hand to the inside of the sole of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot all the way out. Untuck the right toes, pressing into the top of the right foot. And we'll bring our left hand to the top of our left thigh and roll it open onto the edge of this left foot. So really opening up the left hip. Beautiful. We'll roll back onto the sole of the left foot. Plant the left hand in the center of your mat. And we'll inhale, sweep the right hand all the way up and kick the right leg up to the back cheek. From here, we'll rotate the shoulder. This is proper integration of the shoulder here. We roll it all the way back. Come up onto the left fingertips if you need to. And see if you can grab hold of your thumb. Gazing over the back. Release the right foot with control. And come back. Plant the palms. Heel toe the left foot to the center. Tuck the right toes under. Inhale, lift up to your lunge. And we'll walk our hands all the way back, pivoting to our wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, this time we'll pivot to come into a lunge at the front of our mat. Lower the left knee, untuck the left toes. Walk the right hand to the inside and heel toe the right leg all the way up. Right hand comes to the top of the right thigh and we open it up, rolling onto the outer edge of our right foot. Opening up our right hip. One more breath here. Roll back onto the sole of the right foot. Plant the right hand in the center of the mat. Inhale, send it forward as you lift up the left heel to the left butt cheek. And we'll lift the left hand all the way up and over. And see if we can take a bind. So be mindful here that we're not dipping all the way forward in our front hip in order to reach the back, but pull that right hip crease all the way back. So our hips are still nice and square. Front knee is stacked over front ankle. Beautiful. Release the left foot with control. And come back. Tuck the left toes under. Lift up the left leg. Send the right toes back. Inhale. Shift forward onto the tippy toes. Lower all the way down, hugging it into the body in chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale, send the gaze forward, bend the knees and step it up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Ground down through the corners of the feet. So if you need to literally place the feet on, ground down through the corners. Anchor down, and on your inhale, we'll roll. Nice and slow. Stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other. Roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, we'll send the hands all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands come together at the heart. So like I said at the start, this practice is something you can repeat a couple times, as many times as you need. I recommend about 2 or 3. I wouldn't go any further than that unless you are really feeling for an intense practice. And you can, of course, pair this practice with another practice that we've done over the last 11 days. I will check in with you later.